Hey gang, Dirty Rob from the Gazelle Sports Dirty Herd and the West Michigan Trail Runners here with this week's shoe review. And this one is going to be a little bit shorter than normal because this shoe is not super high tech. A little behind the scenes footage for you. Normally there's a piece of paper on a box behind this phone listing all the cool different technology that each company's put in their shoe. And this shoe doesn't have a whole lot of cool name special tech to it. So let me introduce you guys to the New Balance 980 Fresh Foam Trail version 2, known as now the Fresh Foam Hierro. Translates to iron, named for the wildest and most untamed island in the Canary Island chain. This is the new Fresh Foam Trail shoe. Nice update to it, but again, pretty simple. Doesn't mean it's a bad shoe though. Let's talk about it. And then we'll talk about who would like the shoe in my esteemed opinion. First thing, nice padded tongue, double lace guidance system, New Balance kind of proprietary, we'll call it, waffle laces here that don't come untied. So a lot of cool stuff going on here. It is gusseted up to the end of my finger right there, so it keeps the debris out. Real nice, comfortable upper or lace tongue area. The upper, simple, doesn't have like the phantom fit, nothing crazy tech going on. Mesh stitched overlays, nice burly, you felt strapped in, big durable toe rand, little rubber call up from the outsole right in front of the first and second toe. Nice heel counter, not super high, not super long, fairly padded upper, ortholite sock liner, full length EVA strobe board. It is a nice fitting road shoe feel like trail shoe. The midsole, Fresh Foam. That's it. There's no Activa, there's no Activa Light, there's no Rev Light, there's no N2. It is just Fresh Foam. Good and bad, and in my opinion, kind of going to be the big dividing line between who likes the shoe and who doesn't like the shoe, but we'll get to that. The outsole, pretty simple, standard, lugged outsole. You can see it's nothing too gnarly there. Nice traction for ascents and descents, so it covers all the bases. There's no rock plate in the shoe. 20 millimeters here, 24 there. Their size 9 on the website says it weighs in a little over 11 ounces. My big boy size kicks the scale up to about 14-ish. So it's a pretty burly shoe. I would definitely consider this, considering the weight, considering the overlays, all the stitching, a very burly shoe. I've not had it long enough to put the miles on it, but I expect the shoe's gonna be around long enough for me to want to get rid of it when I'm sick of looking at it. It's not gonna wear out. New Balance shoes typically do really well on my feet. They typically last, if not as long as I expected, but longer. And this shoe, I would say, would stand pretty true with that. So here's where I guess my issue, not my issue, where the concern is going to be when you decide whether you'd like the shoe or not. The experience of wearing it, you get a really nice midfoot and heel lockdown, not super low in the heel, so a lot of you who like those kind of more minimal shoes with the 4 millimeter drop and you think it's minimal, it gives you a full shoe feel. It feels durable, feels solid, nice wide toe box, which again might be a dividing line. You might not like that. It's not ultra-esque, but it is fairly wide. So if you're like, say, a Solomon wear and you like the Sense Pro, this is going to fit way wider in the forefoot and you probably won't like it. But it's very breathable, very stretchy, very comfortable in that regard. What I think is going to be the dividing line is how soft this is. Again, no rock plate. I can bend this thing right in the arch. It's not Nike Free-esque, but it is fairly flexible and it's really soft. I think about what my favorite trail shoes do, and there's some cushion, but there's some responsiveness. I want to be able to feel some sticks and rocks, but I want the shoe to respond and hold me up and help me, guide me to the next step. And this shoe is somewhere kind of in the middle of everything. I mean, it's not hook-esque, but you could say it's as soft as some Hokas, but again, the stack height's way lower. Is it like a 4 millimeter drop, so it's softer than like the Terra Kiger. I might say it's kind of like a thicker, more road shoe, higher mileage version, like maybe the Everlong. There's a lot of shoe here, and it's going to last a nice long time, but it doesn't have a real direct line competitor. By looking at it and comparing the weight, you're going to say, oh, it could be like another lighter version of the Leadville from New Balance, or maybe even the Cascadia, and that still doesn't do it justice. It's very un-trail shoe-like in its underfoot feel. The upper feels that way. The traction it delivers is very trail shoe-like, but it doesn't feel like a trail shoe once you're in it, you're running in it. Gravel roads, think like on a gravel road, this is gonna be a road shoe with great traction. But if you run a really nasty single track, they need a little extra durable protection. Rock plate, obviously, it's not going to deliver, and it would be somewhat of a concern for me for doing too many miles in the shoe in those conditions. So it has way more pros than cons. Sadly, though, it's not going to earn a spot in the trunk of my car. But again, you know, it's too soft for me. I highly encourage you. Say you are wide 4-foot runner. You run trail once a week, maybe once every other week, and you want something that's going to be a little more durable, better traction than your road shoe. This is it, and it nails it. It's dead on neutral. There's no posting to it. Flexible, comfortable, protective. West Michigan here for our trails. Again, we're not in the mountains. This shoe would rock almost every one of our trails. I can't think of a spot. Well, maybe 1 or 2 spots at Yankee Springs where I would want a rock plate, but this shoe will do the job on our trails here, and you would love it. But me, I like a rock plate. I'm a bigger guy. I'm, you know, 6'4", 180+ pounds. I want a little more shoe than this is going to deliver to me. That's my opinion, but I still think it's a really good shoe that's going to last you a ton of miles, whether it's running snow-covered roads in the wintertime, whether it's running, you know, kind of buffed out single track here and there, you know, do some gnarly trail runs for once or twice a week, or once or twice a month. Awesome shoe for you, and it will last you as long as you want to look at it. I'm comfortable saying you'll probably get rid of this just because you're sick of looking at it, and that's it. So, New Balance, Fresh Foam, Trail, the Hierro, out now. Come check it out. Super comfy, super soft, super runnable. So, that's it. New Balance, thanks. Another great shoe, well done. Last note, the new Lone Peak arrived, folks. The review's coming soon, so stay tuned to next week's review. Until then, I'm Dirty Rob. I'm out. I will see you on the trails.